The perception that the United States is losing its global importance stems from a combination of tangible shifts in international dynamics and subjective interpretations fueled by domestic and international challenges. Yet the U.S. remains a preeminent power, and the narrative of decline is frequently overstated. Economically, the U.S. boasts the world's largest nominal GDP, approximately $29.9 trillion in 2025, but faces intensifying competition from China, with a GDP of 19.23 trillion projected to potentially overtake the US in the coming decades due to its rapid advancements in manufacturing, technology, and infrastructure. The US share of global GDP has shrunk from roughly 50% after World War II to about 24% today, a reflection of the economic recovery and growth of regions like the European Union, India, and China, though this relative decline is often misconstrued as absolute weakening. Discussions on X highlight growing concerns about the US dollar's dominance, with some nations exploring alternatives to reduce reliance on it for trade. Yet the dollar still underpins nearly 90% of global foreign exchange transactions, underscoring its enduring strength. Domestically, the U.S. grapples with profound political polarization, marked by congressional gridlock and a sharp decline in public trust in government, plummeting from 40% in 2000 to just 20% today, which hampers its ability to project unity and effective governance on the world stage. High-profile missteps, such as the chaotic 2021 Afghanistan withdrawal and inconsistent foreign policies across administrations, such as Trump's withdrawal from international agreements, have eroded confidence among allies, prompting countries like France and Germany to pursue greater strategic autonomy within the EU. A 2025 Pew Research Center survey revealed that 52% of Americans believe U.S. global influence is diminishing, with Democrats, 67%, far more likely than Republicans, 38%, to share this view, while an Ipsos poll across 29 countries showed that only 46% see the U.S. as a positive global force, down from 59% in 2024 compared to China's 49%. Strategic overreach, exemplified by costly military engagements in Iraq and Afghanistan, which yielded mixed results and an outsized military budget of over $849 billion in 2024, more than the next 10 countries combined, have fueled skepticism about the U.S.'s ability to shape global outcomes while diverting resources from domestic priorities like infrastructure, which lags behind China's modern systems. Cultural and social shifts, including declining patriotism. Only 38% of Americans in 2025 say it's very important, down from 70% in 2000. And a diminishing role of religion, alongside fears of demographic change amplified by polarizing narratives like the Great Replacement theory, contribute to domestic instability, weakening the U.S.'s soft power. Nevertheless, the U.S. retains unmatched strengths that counter the decline narrative. Militarily, it remains the world's foremost power, with a budget dwarfing competitors and a global network of bases and alliances like NATO, with 76% of Americans viewing it as the top military power compared to 14% for China. Economically, the U.S. leads in innovation, driven by AI, biotech, and tech giants like Apple, Google, and Tesla, while the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency grants unique leverage for sanctions and borrowing. Geopolitically, its secure geography, bordered by oceans and friendly neighbors like Canada and Mexico, contrasts with China's 14 territorial disputes, and alliances like AUKUS and partnerships with Japan and India bolster its influence. The U.S.-led liberal order, anchored by institutions like the UN and WTO, remains a framework many nations rely on, as seen in the coordinated response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The decline narrative partly reflects a natural transition to a multipolar world, not absolute U.S. failure, as post-World War II conditions were exceptional. However, domestic dysfunction, debt, and strategic missteps amplify this perception, with ex-critics overstating decline and the establishment often ignoring internal erosion. As Joseph Nye warns, the greatest threat is entropy from domestic gridlock, not external rivals. To sustain its edge, the U.S. must address polarization, invest in infrastructure, and adapt to a multipolar world, leveraging its military, economic, and cultural strengths to maintain global leadership. That's all for now. If you enjoy this format, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.